Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Adventures in Asheville show, featuring Steve and Karen Wilson, owners and innkeepers of the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast. Welcome, everyone. It is our very first Adventures in Asheville show, for 2025. We've been doing this for a few years now with Steve and Karen Wilson. They're known as Mr. and Mrs. Wild. They own the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast in historic Montford, or the Montford Historic District, I should say, in Asheville, North Carolina. And they've got some wonderful guests joining us. We've got Melissa Long from Wake Spa. It's a foot sanctuary. Now, this sounds good to me over in Asheville. They also have another store over in Knoxville. So first of all, Steve and Karen, welcome back. Happy New Year to you both. How are you?
Happy New Year. We're good.
Hey.
How about you?
Well, good. Doing good. We're back on the east now. Last time I think we talked, we were west and now we're east again. And Nancy and I miss you guys terribly. But we're not far. We're in Georgia, so only a few hours drive away, and we'll be seeing you soon and can't wait to get back.
Yeah.
We were supposed to see you in the fall and we didn't get to because, that thing happened, Hurricane Helene, and she got in our way, and a lot of stuff happened with that. And, of course we talked a lot and did shows and, the hurricane benefits and, but it's good to hear your voices, and hopefully this year, a lot of fixing, renewing, recharging, rebuilding happens. And are you feeling positive, Karen, with that? Because it seemed like people were gathering around, but it still seems like a long road, right?
It does, but I see light at the end of the tunnel. A lot of people have gotten the message that Asheville is sending out that we are ready for you, and we're recovering, and we need you here. So we're starting to see people come that just know they want to support small business and help us get through this next few months, especially. But I think spring will bring good things.
I agree. Well, for the winter, though, it's kind of cool to be up in the mountains, and you guys have those beautiful fireplaces, and it's kind of snug and romantic, I'd say. I mean, you're a Victorian bed and breakfast. A little romance ain't bad, a little breakfast in bed with a little bubbly, and then maybe go to the, go to the foot sanctuary,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So everyone, lion-rose.com is the website. We'll get into packages that are happening now and why you should come back because, the Biltmore's open. So many things are back open again. And are you going to be chasing frozen waterfalls soon? I know you guys like to do that. Oh,
yep.
Steve is here.
Need some motivation to get outside in the cold. Absolutely.
I love it. I've got to ask Steve because he wasn't on the last show because you guys were in the middle of rebuilding and drywallers and all kinds of stuff. And the show before that, you were just getting your water. It took you guys a while to get water and electricity. And the water thing is crucial because, this is Beer City, USA. And Steve makes his own beer, a home crafted brew. And when you check in, you get a brewski. And if you get this one special package, you could get like a mini keg in your room. I'm just saying this is some cool stuff. So what is on tap? Are you happy to be back brewing beer again?
Well, I haven't really started yet. I haven't had a chance, but hopefully within the next week or so, I will be able to. It's just so busy around here with other stuff. So
I don't know why.
We'll have beer available.
Well, I hope you have like the Dirty Godiva going soon. We need
it will be.
We will.
That will be the one.
That has to be the first one,
Oh, it will be. It will be.
Awesome. Awesome. But you still get beer mimosas at brunch on Sunday, right? Beer mimosas?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We still have some wheat beer on tap. We just need to do a couple of new batches.
Okay. Yep. Well, that's okay. That's the important thing. So I want to go over to Melissa Long from Wake Spa. Now, this is a foot sanctuary, Wake Foot Sanctuary. You can go to wakespa.com. They're in Asheville and Knoxville. And welcome to the show, everyone. Wakespa.com. Going to do that again. Welcome to the show, Melissa. How are you?
Thanks so much for having me, Lisa, and for Karen and Steve for the recommendation. I appreciate it.
Well, this is great. They went there. I remember last year, Karen and her friend went and were posting on social media, and it looked like you both were having a grand, girls' time out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was,
Mm-hmm.
it's an indulgent day. Absolutely love wake foot. I mean, it's just a nice way to relax, and everybody needs to unwind, correct?
Mm-hmm. Well, and you're an innkeeper, so you're on your feet all the time, or hiking. That's why, Mr. and Mrs. Wild, or at a music concert, it's always on her feet. So, this is good.
True.
Melissa, I actually have never heard of a spa that is dedicated to feet. To be honest, it's always like, massage and feet. Is this dedicated to feet, massage involved? Tell us a little bit about, because you do massage, right? Or is it all feet?
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, the foot soaks are kind of the primary service. It kind of gets you ready, gets you in the mood. It's unique in that it's a communal space too. So, kind of the same way you're talking about the Lion and the Rose being this convivial environment. And, we've been around those inns for a long time too. And it's just so welcoming. And that's just the kind of spirit that we want to be at Wake too. So it takes on the personality of whoever is in the space. And certainly the foot soak and relaxing and getting off your feet is great for everyone. But while you're soaking your feet, you can get either a head, neck, and shoulder massage or a foot and lower leg massage. You can enjoy tea service, wine service, truffles. You just kind of checking out for like an hour and just getting relaxed, and then you can get back to the world, get on a hiking trip. Recommendation from Lisa and from Steve and Karen, and just go to do all the other fun things that Asheville has to offer too. So that's why I think it's just a great fit and just super approachable for a lot of people, because all they're doing is taking off socks and shoes. So it's just kind of great, quick, relaxing. Yeah.
Well, the feet too, like I've learned, like I've got like ankle issues, as Steve and Karen know, like, we start off on a hike and I'm all, let's go. Then I'm like, stop, let's have some wine. My feet hurt. But, and I start hobbling. I need to come see you next time. But, the foot thing, from what I've learned over the years, is like, if I get a headache and I massage my foot, it's like both feet helps. Not just, but one at a time, because that's all I can do. It helps my head. Like it helps, like your feet reflexology wise. I'm not a guru on that, and not asking you to be the guru on that either, but doesn't this help the wellness factor of our body? We're relaxing, which is number one. Stress is like one of the top killers, and it leads to so many other medical issues. Stress, cardiologist Dr. Jackie always talks about stress relief is massive in regards to our heart health, which heart attacks are the number one killer in the United States for men and women. And women, especially because they don't present as a, Sanford and Son kind of, I'm coming, heart attack. We don't know when a woman is actually having a heart attack a lot of times. So all these things we can do to rejuvenate, feel better, take time out, busy moms, go on a vacation. And while you're doing that, have that kind of treatment, I think goes for not just, oh, this is a cool thing, but it really is a big step for rejuvenating our body and fighting disease, So I think it's a big deal, Melissa, to do that.
Yeah, I think, kind of going to what you were saying before about just the sense of renewal. I think we're just seeing more people make time out for an activity like this and incorporating this into their good self-care habits, because like you said, there's so many benefits if you Google it, to foot health. Even, you're going to read about self-massage and all those things. Well, why not have a trained professional massage therapist, hit on every muscle? So that's wonderful.
Exactly. Ooh, I want one now. You're going to make me all calm and like, I'm not going to want to go back to work. It can happen. But yeah, tell us a little bit about some of, because when Karen and her friend were there, I saw like flowers in the foot bath and all kinds of like, it feels like you're giving your feet a good soak with all kinds of herbal goodies and tea too.
The menu's designed so that people can, simply pick what smells good to them, scents that they know that they like. But then we've kind of revamped the menu this year to make it easier for people to look at, is this soap detoxifying? Is it extra moisturizing? Is it super calming? So we never ask for people, there are people that come in and do packages because they know they want the full tilt. They just want to make it easy, but we don't ask for people to pick out the soap before they come because it's just whatever you're in the mood for that day. Like you said, if you went hiking before, you might need something a little bit more detoxifying. If you've, not been moisturizing your feet, maybe you want something with clay or with an extra moisturizing component to just soften your feet and kind of get you going, for the rest of what you've got going on. So yeah, I mean, they have all different kind of properties, but the main thing that we want is to dote on you and treat you like royalty when you come in and have you just super relaxed when you come out. I mean, we often hear people say that I am just as relaxed as if I got a full body massage and it didn't even take that long, so that feels good to know that people feel that way when they leave.
So when you're doing clay, I mean, are you sticking your feet in mud? Or is it just part of the water salute? I'm all good with mud, man. I'm into that, and I'll splash in puddles and everything. But I just want for those listening to have a visual of what's going on.
Yeah, so it's gonna be just maybe cloud. The water is gonna feel really cloudy to you, and when you take your feet out, it's not gonna leave, residues or anything like that. And when you finish your services at Wake, they're gonna towel your feet off. They're gonna powder your feet so that you don't have slipping in your sandals or slipping in your boots or anything like that. So we kind of just take it full tilt all the way through to make sure when you're done, you're ready to go, and you just feel relaxed from being pampered that way.
So with this right now, because I know this is also detoxifying, right? To pull the impurities out and all that stuff. And after the holidays, this has got to be a big deal. And people get into okay, I know that, that extra slice of turkey gave me a whole extra tire. I swear it was just one slice of turkey that did it. I didn't eat seconds on the pie. I didn't do that. I didn't have the extra eggnog. It was just this one extra slice of turkey and maybe one cranberry. And now I have a whole new tire. I don't know what's going on, but things need to, move on out. And I'm going to do some extra fitness. We have these, resolutions that we all go, oh man, no. But, detoxifying, people are doing dry January. It's International Veganuary. So there's, vegan stuff going on. It's cleanliness and to get our body done. So does January get kind of busy for you with people going, all right, I'm in, I'm going to do this. This is step one. And it sounds like a nice, easy first step, just saying in to do it.
Yeah. I mean, we see January staying busy because we get a lot of gift certificate redemption. And we're so grateful for that because people are thinking about this special, gift certificate to buy somebody with an experience. Maybe it is to start a new resolution or a new self-care, habit for the rest of their year. But yeah, we definitely stay busy starting into January because, people are kind of wanting to keep the fun going. But to your point, maybe it isn't going out and having a bunch of drinks. Maybe it's just pampering yourself with a friend before a nice dinner somewhere, or maybe they're doing a weekend at a B&B because they know it's a good time to come. It's snowy and they can incorporate this in. We do see that.
So, that's to me is pamper is good now. And I know over Valentine's Day weekend, bed and breakfast get super busy. So check it out now, lion-rose.com, wakespa.com. All the links are in the episode notes as always, but I can imagine this being a wonderful way to have a romantic escape and maybe not having to, I think we're in a different world now. It doesn't always have to be right on Valentine's Day though, but I think isn't Valentine's Day on Friday this year? It's going to be busy for you guys. Good.
Yeah.
So is that part of what you see too at the spa that people are doing it as part of a romantic package?
Yeah, we see that, or we see, again, people, we try to do a little bit of a promotional sale on the gift certificates early in February so that people aren't sort of rushing around, but it's an easy but beautiful gift to give. And again, just accompanies whatever else they're doing in town that might be part of that journey. So I think that that's what's so cool about Asheville and so many small businesses is there's so many, accompanying and collaborative ideas out there that just really keep people coming back year after year. And I think, to Karen's point earlier, I think that's why we're seeing the growth week over week since the hurricane, because for over 100 years, this has been a destination escape for so many people, and they want to support.
Right.
Yeah. And in the support part, I want to get to that because we're always asked, like, should we go? Should we not? And I'm like, yeah, you should. Number one, it was up and down about that because of roads. And I think a lot of more roads are open now. But also, do we go? Are we going to be in the way? Well, I can guarantee you, at a bed and breakfast, you're not in the way. Okay. So that's number one.
No.
And that you're directly impacting the small business community and families, and that it's the money whenever in tourism, and I've said this on so many shows over the years. And we're 18 years old, everybody, right now.
Yeah.
This is our 18-year week of podcasting. And
awesome.
Steve and Karen have been part of a lot of them, from the first one that we did at the inn, where we had to do it 3 times. The first interview we did, because we got the giggles so much. Remember that? We had to go into their big suite at the top. I don't know. We just couldn't have been that chocolate stout beer. I don't know. We had the giggles. And then we did a live broadcast. This was during COVID, because the B&B stepped up during COVID. They were one of the safe places you go, during COVID, because they could, serve breakfast at different places. Everybody just pulled out to do this, really well. And Nancy and I travel full time. Man, we could have used that, we're coming to see you, Melissa. I'm just saying, we're coming. Just don't look at my feet though. Just I'm going to slip them in the water real quick. I'm kidding, but, the reality is, you guys, when I think back to, it was the Still in Biz campaign when we first met you, and we did that live podcast. And I don't know, like, the network we were with at the time was having technical issues. And I tried to run outside to do it on my phone to make something else work from a different way. Because listen, doing live broadcasts, you think what could go wrong, and we'd been with them maybe 16, 17 years. And, that was a new one. And I locked myself out of the inn, and I'm at their fire pit, and I'm like, well, okay, the worst thing is I don't have my wine. I'll never forget that with you guys, but, you guys opened your inn right before COVID, like you took over the inn before COVID, and then went
about
through
a year
that.
before.
Yeah, a year before, but I mean, still, like, it's like, here, we've invested in this. We're going through COVID, and then boom, a hurricane. And the reality is, I always say, Nancy and I have been through wildfires. We've been through like hurricanes. We've been through tornadoes. We've been through a little bit of everything, and the one thing, if you want to make an impact to really help, yes, you can volunteer. Please, there's so many organizations you can volunteer with, but tourism really helps not just the provider or the place you're going to, but whatever funding they get, they put right back into their community. So you're directly affecting them.
Yeah.
The big fundraisers do great things and do go out to people. But if you want to make sure that your dollar went from A to B 100%, when you help the small business directly, like the restaurants, the bed and breakfast, the spas, if you're hiring, a horseback riding company, whatever it is, that it's 100% invested. You don't have to worry about it. And we're at that point, I think, with Asheville coming back, tourism is coming back. Things are being rebuilt. It's not perfect. So we still have to be really good travelers and have some patience and everything that we do. But it really does feel good to give back into the rebuilding efforts, and know that with your tourism dollars, you are directly impacting not only like the innkeepers, the spa, their staff, but also families in the community that need that. So, Karen, if people talk to you about that at the inn?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We just had guests this weekend that specifically came here knowing that Asheville was asking for people, and they've volunteered for, like Habitat for Humanity, so they were looking to do whatever they could while they were here as well. So it's just, it's heartwarming to see people have, understand that we're still going through this and it's going to take some time, but they want to help.
Yeah. Have you seen that, Melissa?
Yeah, I mean, in those first weeks of reopening, we we had long-term guests calling back just to make sure we were all okay and just appreciate the updates on social media about staff, letting them know that they were okay. And we have over 20 employees that we staff, and so being closed, that's their livelihoods that we care about too. And so, yeah, to your point, exactly. I mean, us reopening is reopening for not just us and our family, but for all of those families too that rely on it.
Yeah. No, I love that. So let's talk about the, packages. And, hey, we all want a good package. Steve, I think a lot is going on over at the inn. You guys have always had packages. So the chocolate stout is on. It's happening in a week. Okay, y'all. Call Steve.
It will be.
But don't nag him because he's the beer, the brewmaster, and he's been, working his feet off, in this rebuilding effort because you guys, Steve, tell everybody about the inn before we get to the packages, really where I wanted to go, because you guys did have damage downstairs, significantly, in the downstairs innkeeper's quarters and some at the inn itself. So where are we on that for guests to know you guys are open? People can have a comfy night, right? But still a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, the inn itself is fine. I mean, for the most part. I mean, there's a little few things out in the front yard that still need to be cleaned up, but the inside is fine. The ceilings are all fixed up. The heating system is back to normal, so we don't have to keep it at one temperature all the time and do it manually. It's working on the thermostat now, so we're not cooking or freezing anybody now. But yeah, the downstairs is still a work in progress. We've still got a lot of work to do there, but we're getting there.
That's cool. Karen, what is happening in regards to, the actual holidays coming up in that, Valentine's Day? There's a long weekend also in February. We're talking January too. What can we look at in regards to packages at the inn? Are you just keeping it normal for right now or anything special?
We're keeping it normal right now. We're definitely going to have things in, upcoming months, thinking spring and summer. We'll come up with some new fun things. But right now we want to focus on things like wellness, pushing people to do like Wakefoot Sanctuary and just like romantic getaways, because that's basically what we do see this time of year. People just wanting to escape reality, the rush of the holidays, and they just want some alone time.
That's cool. Yeah, just, you know what? And it's all supportive on that. I want to go to you, Melissa, because you guys have a lot of different packages happening. So I like this one that you say it's a live like a local special. And this is coming up January 21st to 23rd. So this is, we talk about, helping locals. You can be like a local and get like local pricing, right?
Yeah, we do this every year in conjunction with Asheville's Restaurant Week, because it's a great way for people to kind of make an excuse of a night out, or like, a longer engagement with dinner and doing that, or like you said, even adding a room stay there. This is the first time, I believe, Karen and Steve can let me know if they know different, but this is the first time I know in a very long time that they've done 2 restaurant weeks. So they're actually going to do one from January 21st to 27th, and then another from February 18th through the 24th. So I just think a great time to make a whole night of it, really. I think it's a great idea that they had to do that again, because we have so many great restaurants too.
I agree. I love it.
I love that too. And you know what, Steve and Karen, Music on the Mountain, Heavy on the Mountain, isn't that coming up in January? Heavy Mountain. Yeah. Yeah, that got postponed as well, but it's happening in January. So,
a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know y'all. Big music, y'all. Don't miss it. And then you have to go get a foot soak because, it's a big music hard, heavy music festival and you know someone's going to step on your foot. So you need to go to the foot stop. Melissa, hey, does that help? Like if you get like, I used to have horses and you get like stood on all the time. My feet, probably that's part of what's wrong with them now is, you get hurt. You maybe kick a door by accident. Just saying. It's an accident. Does it help? Like if you hurt your feet to do like maybe not a massage, but like, hey, I need to just let my vessels come back to life or no? Like what about that?
Yeah, we'll get guests that are, post surgery with their feet and they want to enjoy the foot soak with salt properties to just help with the swelling and the soreness.
Oh,
maybe they'll do it while they get a head, neck, and shoulder. So we're not disrupting anything that they're just a little too tender, but they're getting that benefit of the head, neck, shoulder. I mean, when we first opened, we opened in 2013 and foot lower leg was the most popular massage, but it's interesting. I have all sorts of theories about why, but the head, neck, shoulder massage is as popular as the foot and lower leg massage now. And I think that may be a reflection of just our posture at the computer and stress level really with our shoulders and like that. And so you'll see a lot of times people just do the foot soak with that head, neck, and shoulder because they're kind of getting the benefit of both,
Yeah, the neck carries so much. We're bent over, but if we're stressed, we're carrying it in there. We feel like we're carrying the weight of the world, right? A lot of times. And it just sits there until you do something. And it's like anybody's touch on your shoulder, like nice people, right? So like when I say anybody, I mean nice people touch your shoulders. If you're really like feeling stressed out, that energy already helps. I don't know how to explain that.
Right. Yeah, it does.
It does. It's like somebody else is giving you this other energy where you're feeling a little dead and weighted down. It's like, I feel like it's like the song, The Weight. Let's cue the band. But yeah, you need that little, I don't know. It's like you are energized.
It is an energy. Therapists used to talk about that in the beginning, and I thought, I just don't know if I buy into that. Like energetically, they feel this or they feel that, and so. But over the years, I've come to really be, convinced of it, and they're feeling that they have to be in a good energy to walk through that curtain and serve people the way they need to be served, because that positive energy already, just like you said, that first touch just disarms people. And now we can kind of get into deeper relaxation because I'm here to care for you and take care of you.
Now, do you play music?
Oh, yeah. We play different kind of, Karen can maybe speak. It's kind of like maybe Indian inspired, kind of different. Spa. We don't like to do anything normal. So it's just a little bit different than what you would normally hear, but still relaxing. Yeah.
Very relaxing. Okay. Very relaxing environment.
Right. Can I just take the day off now? I'm just saying, it just sounds like a good thing. But hey, now, do you get people that just come in between shifts at work? Like I'm going on my lunch break for a foot soak. I'm like stressed out. Like I had this meeting and someone bummed me out. So I'm going to go, ease it off that way. We used to do martini lunches, which I still do, but don't tell anyone. But maybe a martini and a foot soak would help. But you do tea and what? Truffles? Tea and truffles. It's hot tea month. That's always
truffles, good. Truffles or shortbreads, or sometimes we'll do caramels or just different things, or, large marshmallows, just different kind of unique things. But yeah, I mean, people will come after a workout. They'll shower and come after a workout to kind of de-stress. They'll come during the day. On a lunch break date, to ditch out for an hour and go back to things. Yeah, we definitely see that.
Oh, wow. So that's good. Like, but yeah, but, and just in between, life can get to you, man. Okay. So now let's go. You've got another, event happening, and let's go to February. An in-store credit tell us about this online gift card credit thing that's happening.
Yeah, just to make it easier on people to be able to go online and buy the gift certificate, pick out a nice card. We're just rewarding people that are shopping early for Valentine's Day, February 3rd through the 7th, so they can buy that gift certificate online. They don't need to do anything. We automatically store that credit for them. They can use it whenever they like. When they come in, they can apply it to another service. When they come in, they can leave it for that guest if they want. So it's just something easy to reward people for thinking about Valentine's early.
Ah, that's cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, gift cards. So, Steve and Karen, another thing that people can do, thinking about, you know, Valentine's Day and holidays, birthdays, all of that kind of stuff. That's another way people can support, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep, we have gift certificates. Most of our small businesses here in Asheville do, so we all appreciate if you can't be here now and plan to in the future. There's, we appreciate if you get a gift certificate now and, make your plans when you're ready.
And hey, Valentine's Day doesn't have to be for couples, right? So it could be mother, daughter, besties. If you're single, hook up with your other single buddy and have a good time. I know that there's another holiday for that or whatever, but don't think you don't count. You do. Get out there and have fun with another friend. Just saying, or make a new one. You never know who's sitting at the breakfast table at the B&B. They're only a door away. Uh-oh. I'm just saying, or a foot soak away. Melissa, who knows? Like someone could hang up, like, hey, I like your feet. I like your toes.
Yeah.
Let's go to the inn.
I don't know, Karen and Steve, are y'all still doing the deal where you, do you get a break if someone books out all of your rooms as well?
We do. Yes.
I mean, even like, we're seeing more and more like Galentine's evenings or like Galentine's getaway where like you and your besties all go and just celebrate, yourselves.
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah, I like the Galentine's thing. Definitely, I like the girlfriend getaway, and that's to me, like Wakefoot is a perfect place for a girl day.
Yeah. And you can have cocktails around the corner. You've got a restaurant across the street. I mean,
oh yeah, so many great places.
The Biltmore's down there. You can go downtown. How is the Arts District doing? I mean, can people go there, do things, or what should we tell our listeners about the Arts District?
Go ahead, Steve.
We haven't been down there in a while. I know there's an upper section that is open right now. I think they're still working on cleaning things up as well.
Those parts are open though.
Well, most parts are open, yeah. We have, like I said, we personally haven't been down there in a while since it was really bad. So I can't really say for sure on that part. I've just, from what I've heard with hearsay and everything and different reports saying
Rejuvenate's open, New Belgium's open.
But yeah, all those places are open.
Well, New Belgium being open is a good thing, and they do good things. When you go in and tip your server, they donate it, which I think is cool. I don't know what they're doing with it now in regards to that. Melissa, anything you can report on from your wanderings around Asheville of what can be or cannot be done for listeners?
I think just reiterating that, it's good to check in with individual businesses, but, the disconnect of being here and understanding it and recognizing that people from afar don't know because they're not here is that, people were shocked on the phone to know that basically all of downtown Asheville was untouched. And it's not far.
Right.
Yeah.
River Arts. It's not far from Biltmore Village as the crow flies.
Right.
That little bit of extra elevation was the difference. And so, just reminding them that they're not going to see any damage in those areas, that all those businesses are clamoring for people to come in and shop, and eat, and do all the things. And Montford's included in that. So,
Yep.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Now, Melissa, you had another thing. You guys have got a lot going on. I think you need a foot soak. Tell us about your March, April contest.
Yeah, so we're doing something a little different this year. We are putting the name of the feature out to, our followers on social media and seeing if they feel inspired by the ingredients to come up with a name. So that contest is going on through the 14th, but the winner of that will win essentially that free feature they can enjoy both in March and April. And we'll be doing some really different stuff like that this year. I think we're going to do some guided meditation events. We're going to do some singing bowl events. We're going to do probably some VIP events. So there's going to be a lot coming up that'll be on the website as we transition and kind of keep people excited. We're kind of overhauling all our retail goods in the shop. We're bringing in a bunch of new different things that you won't find anywhere else. So we're really excited with all the
that's exciting.
Moving forward. We have to keep the locals interested too. We can't just if they're coming once a month, we don't want them to get bored. So we're excited about
They need it. They need it. If you're local, you need it. You need the foot, and all the people out there doing the actual physical labor, man. Yeah, a foot massage like a foot, and I was thinking about this. I drive a lot, and I just drove across the state of Texas again. And, your feet start to cramp while you're driving. I'm just going to tell you, it started to happen ever since I turned this half-century thing. And I went like, and I literally had to pull over and massage my feet and my lower legs. And now I'm going, man, this is what I need to do. I need to go with where someone knows what they're doing, because I don't know. I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know, get an orange ball under my foot or something. Because you do, when you're doing something so consistently. I was just thinking about this during this conversation. Like when we're on computers and, it's not good for our legs that we're just sitting if you're not standing up once in a while. And you're saying so many people are doing the shoulders and the lower legs. I'm wondering about us being in these same positions every day, constantly, for extended periods of time. How bad that is for our circulation. And so when you look at these soaks and massages, that helps. Isn't it part of that energy and that rejuvenation that you get this relaxing thing, but the rejuvenation comes, but it's because our circulation is revived, perhaps?
Yeah.
Through all this?
The massage therapists are so well trained on this, to notice, to be mindful of certain conditions that people have or just different sorenesses. But they're working the soreness out of those muscles. I mean, the minutia of a 40-minute foot and lower leg massage. I mean, you can just imagine. You don't really want to walk when you're done because you don't want to spoil it, but you do. It's amazing because think about 40 minutes. They've worked those toes, they've worked those pads of your feet, your heels, everything, and you feel they feel anew when you're done.
Now, is it true that I can buy a glass of wine while I'm there and having a foot soak and massage? Like I can actually have some wine?
You can do wine.
Oh,
Breweries. You can do mimosas. So.
Now we're really talking, y'all. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong for my feet, my lower legs, my shoulders. It all needs it. Can I just get into like a full bath? Like just put me in there. I need to lose weight before I can fit in that little thing, for my feet. But like I want in. But I also think there's also like, you were talking about like the shoulders and the feet. Like people don't always want to get completely undressed either, right? So is this part of it too for people that they can just kind of keep a little privacy for those who are not used to, here, undress me now kind of thing.
That part of it's quite amazing to me because people feel just more at ease knowing that they're going to be in a communal space. They're just taking off their socks and shoes. I mean, we've seen people in their early 90s, this be their very first massage of their life because they've just never trusted or felt comfortable, kind of going full tilt. And in some cases, people will do it and then be inspired to try a full body massage because they realized, oh my goodness, how much relaxation have I felt just with this? Maybe I will try, another establishment in the area that does full body or something like that. So that's been great.
You're so right. I have a friend who comes on our podcast every month, and she's been on our shows for years. And her and Nancy's weird about it and had some interesting experiences in life. But it was for our friend and Nancy, it was a small massage, no clothes being taken off kind of thing. Though I think Nancy give her another glass of wine. She may take her clothes off anywhere. But our friend on the show was like, we were talking to a massage therapist, and she's like, I hate to tell you this, but there's no way in hell. And I think they met actually because they lived not far from each other, and she had this kind of chair massage thing. And she's gone through so many medical things. She's been through cancer. She's been through, I mean, the list is there. And she said it changed her life. And to this day, this is what helps her because she's going through a lot of sciatica and all kinds of stuff, pain. And it's the one thing, you know, she has it done in different ways and whatever, all kinds of like, here, do my hands, do my feet, do that kind of thing. Because sometimes if your body's really in serious pain, the one thing if you can do your feet, it's going to affect the rest of your body, you know, your hands, that kind of thing. So it has saved her soul, literally, because pain is not funny. And so it's really helped her. So I think it's really cool what you guys are doing. I think you're helping a lot more than you may even know. Like people go off and they're in bliss, and I know you have a bliss package, and they're super stoked, and it changes their life. So very cool, Melissa. Thank you for being on the show today. I feel calm now. I feel like I'm just going to go sit outside and, relax and have a cup of tea. And, I feel good. Thank you. And thank you, Steve and Karen. It's always good to have you back. And so everyone, today's Adventures in Asheville is all about your feet, your shoulders, relaxing, rejuvenation, and a little romance. And you never know who you're going to meet. I'm just saying, look across that breakfast table when you're having your beer mosa. Look at those pinky toes and that foot soak. You never know. Everyone, again, wakespa.com is the website. For Melissa, go to Wakefoot Sanctuary for that. That's a good name too. And also for Steve and Karen at the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast, it's lion-rose.com. We're here every first Tuesday. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us here on Big Blend Radio's Adventures in Asheville show. Learn more about the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast, which is located in the historic Montford district of Asheville, North Carolina. Go to lion-rose.com. You can keep up with our Big Blend radio shows at bigblendradio.com.